I am so excited for this. Today, we are going to be opening up Tarkir Dragonstorm collector boosters. You can get some really spicy stuff in here. Not only are fetch lands back, but there is a really unique serialized card, one of the 500 Mox Jaspers. Thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for sending me this box. I have to admit, this was filmed before any of the spoilers, so I don't know what's in here. By the time I release this, though, everything will be out. But this is going to be truly my first look at this. So I do know that the fetch lands are back and there is a dragon scale foil treatment on those. I hope we see those. I hope we see that. And then there is a special Ghostfire version with a frame that pulses with Ugin's unique magic. So we'll see what that looks like, hopefully. Yeah, let's get into it. I got my dragon scale vibe on today. I was looking in my closet for anything that resembled dragon scales, and I just got this from a resale shop. So I was like, perfect. Kind of has a dragon scale. And then I got this dragon scale necklace for my mom, like just last week. How lucky is that? I'm on theme. 12 packs here. Wow, this is stunning. These are so pretty. I don't want to ruin it. They're so nice. Oh. All right, we got a spirit token and a spirit token. Wow. Narset Jeskai Waymaster. I love this art so much. At the beginning of your instep, I don't know why, it's like simpler to read, I guess, because it's all blacked out right here. It just stands out more. At the beginning of your instep, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. Baron Step Siege. Choose Abzan or Mardu. At the beginning of your instep, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. At the beginning of your instep, if a creature died under your control this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Ooh, we got a Naga Flesh Crafter. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. And it has renew, so you can exile this card from your graveyard for 3. Put a 1/1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Within range. When this enchantment enters, you make 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. Whenever you attack, each opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures attacking them. Whenever you attack, each opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures attacking them. Wow. I love that. Ooh, Master Opportunist. So it's a 2-mana 2/2 monk. It has Flurry. So whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. I like that. Ooh, Dragon Eye Forest. Whoa. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Dang. Justine Jones just kills it with the dragons. Stormshriek Feral. This is a 5-mana 3/3 flying haste. Gets +1 until the end of turn for 2. You can also cast it for a sorcery cost, discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. This foil treatment, oh my God. Upset. Oh! I got 2! Disruptive Storm Brood. So destroy target creature with power 3 or less. And then you can also cast this card for the creature costs. For 5, it's a flying 3/3. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. The Whale of War, 3 mana. Ooh, 3 mana instant. Creatures target opponent control get -1/-1 until the end of turn. Or return up to 2 target creature cards from graveyard to your hand. Sun Pearl Kieran. So it's a 2 mana 2/1 flash flying. Whenever this creature enters, return up to 1 other target non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. If it was a token, draw a card. Twin Bolts deals 2 damage, divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Rescue Leopard, 3 mana 4/2. When this creature becomes tapped, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Rugged Highlands and Worthy Cost, which is a 1 mana sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this, you do have to sacrifice a creature, but you get to exile a target creature or planeswalker, which I love that. All right, next up, we have a warrior token and a goblin. Quarry Mountain Monastery. A land enters tapped unless you control a plains or an island. You can tap to add red, or for 4, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Bloomvine Regent is a 5 mana 4/5 flying. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, gain 3 life. You can also cast this for the sorcery costs. Search your library for up to 2 basic forests, reveal them, put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand. Sidisi. Ooh, that's scary. 2 mana 1/3. Zombie Snake Warlock. Sacrifice a creature with mana value X. Other than Sidisi, return target creature card with mana value X +1 from graveyard to the battlefield. Nice. 5 mana 3/3 flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Then this creature deals damage equal to its power to target opponent. Oh, I like that dragon. I like that dragon a lot. Hallowmurk Siege is a 2 mana enchantment. Whenever it enters, choose Sultai or... Okay, I learned this today, y'all, because I've always said Abzan my whole life. Abzan. Well, you know, since I've been playing Magic. But I was listening to the Magic podcast today, and it's Abzan, and that just sounds better. So, the more you know. Also, it doesn't matter. You can say it however you want. But Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay. And then Abzan. I still want to say Abzan, but Abzan. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until the end of turn. We have that beautiful swamp. Flying Vigilance. Whenever this creature attacks, surveil 1. It's a 5 mana artifact dragon. 3/3. Jeskai Shrine Keeper. Flying Haste. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain a life and draw a card. I love the borders on those. Flying. Whenever... Wait, what is this? A Kishla Skimmer. It's a bird. It's a little Simic bird. 2/2 flying. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. This only triggers once. Formation Breaker, a 2 mana 2/1. Creatures with power less than this creature's power cannot block it. As long as you control a creature with a counter, this creature gets +1/+2. Salt Road Skirmish. 4 mana, destroy target creature, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next instep. Gurmag Night Watch. Whenever this creature enters, look at the top 3 of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library. Put the rest into your graveyard. Sagu Wildling. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle for 1. Or for 5, you get a 3/3. Whenever this flying dragon enters, you gain 3 life. 3 mana, 2/2 flying. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may search your library for a card named Tempest Hawk. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. A deck can have any number of cards named Tempest Hawk. Oh my gosh. Riverwalk Technique, a 4-mana instant. You can choose one. Either the owner of target non-land permanent puts it on their choice of top or bottom of their library, or you can counter a target non-creature spell. Spirit token. Oh my god, you are beautiful. I don't know what that card is, but I gotta see it. 8 mana. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. What? Thunder of Unity. You draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Oh, we need that in Mardu. Actually, we need that. We need card draw in Mardu. Love that. Whenever a creature you control enters this turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain a life. Stadium Headliner. A 1-mana 1/1 with Mobilize. Sacrifice this creature. It deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Deceptive Frostkite. It's a 2-mana 1/1 dragon. It has flying, of course. You may have this creature enter as a copy of a creature you control with power 4 or greater, except it's a dragon in addition to its other types. And has flying. Avenger of the Fallen, a 3-mana 2/4 with Death Touch. Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Breaching Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, exile cards from the top of your library. Until you exile a non-land, you can cast it without paying its mana cost if that spell's mana value is 8 or less. If you don't, put that card into your hand. And whenever a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. This foiling is stunning. I love it. Ooh. Railing Dawnbringer, so you make a 2/2. So I've seen some of these cards, I think earlier, but like they're different art. So we're just gonna read it again. All right. It's a 3/4 flying vigilance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gets +1 until the end of turn. Whatever current deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, you gain 2 life. Loxodon Battle Priest. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Strategic Betrayal, a 2-mana sorcery. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Dang. Jeskai Devotee, a 2-mana 2/2 with Flurry. And you can pay 1 to filter your Jeskai colors. Sandskitter Outrider, a 4-mana 2/1 with Menace. When this creature enters, it endures 2. So you either put 2 1/1 counters on it, or you make a 2/2 spirit. Irration Sunshield. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You can pay 1 to tap a target creature. Tap up to 1 target creature, draw a card. Flying Ward 2 4/4. All right. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking. Oko, be quiet. I'm filming, yo. Relax. All right, so we got a bird and a monk token. Inevitable Defeat. Mardu colors instant. The spell can't be countered. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Ooh, this artwork is cool. Magmatic Hellkite, a 4-mana 4/5 flying. When this creature enters, destroy target non-basic lands an opponent controls. Its controller searches their library for a basic land, puts it on the battlefield tapped with a stun counter on it. Oh, that's so mean. Oh my god. Herd Heirloom, 2 mana artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this only to cast a creature spell. That's good. Until the end of turn, target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample. And whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Steward of the Harvest is a 4-mana 3/3. When this creature enters, exile up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard. Creatures you control have all activated abilities of all the land cards exiled with this creature. Interesting. Rediscover the Way Saga. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest onto the bottom for the first 2. And then the last ability is whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains a double strike until the end of turn. Create a 2/2 white soldier creature token, flying vigilance 3/4 at the beginning of combat on your turn. Another target creature gets +1/+0. Oh, this is that really cool artifact dragon again. 5 mana flying vigilance. Whenever this creature attacks, surveil 1. Knockout maneuver. 3 mana sorcery. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Nomad Outpost. Iridescent Tiger. Whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, you add 1 of each color. Roamer's Routine. 3 mana sorcery. Search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Harmonize for 5. So you can cast this card from graveyard for its harmonize cost. And you can tap creatures to reduce that cost. Nice. Wildscarred Crag and a Fortress Kinguard, which is a dog soldier. 2 mana, 1/2. When this creature enters, it endures 1. Oh, Kintree Nurturer. Lifelink 2/1 for 3. When this creature enters, it endures 1. Warrior token and a goblin. So we have a Stadium Headliner. We've seen that before. Scavenger. Each non-dragon creature gets -X/-X until the end of turn. Flying with Ward, discard a card. Ooh. Eshki Dragonclaw. Wow. Teamer colors. It's a 4 mana 4/4. Vigilance, Trample, and Ward 1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell, draw a card and put 2 1/1 counters on Eshki. I love that. Put that in my Teamer commander deck. Tempest Technique, a 4 mana enchantment with Storm. Enchant creature you control. Enchant it creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. Ooh, that might go in my Scythus deck. Sage of Skies, a 3 mana 2/3 whenever you cast the spell. If you've cast another spell this turn, copy the spell. Ooh, I just am obsessed with this artwork and the little stubby arms. No, oh, this is so cute. And Justine Jones also did she's my favorite one of my favorite magic artists, but definitely top magic artists, and she did all of this really cool border work on these cards as well, which is really cool. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And then flying, whenever this creature enters, you gain 3 life. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. That artwork is super cool too. Riverwheel Sweep. Tap target creature, put 3 stun counters on it. Exile up to 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your next turn. You can play that card. Veteran Ice Climber, 2 mana 1/3 vigilance. This creature can't be blocked. Whenever this creature attacks, up to 1 target player mills cards equal to this creature's power. That's awesome. Breaching Dragonstorm. This art is super cool too. I love it. I don't know why it oh, there's little dragons in there too. I say little, those are probably giant dragons, but you know what I mean. I just noticed that. It reminds me of the movie Nope. I don't know why. Actually, Emrakul reminds me of Nope. If you haven't seen Nope, sorry for the spoilers. Whenever this enchantment enters, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. Oh, we saw this. Yeah, we saw that. Just different art. Art treatment. Fire Rim form, a 2-mana flash enchant creature. Whenever this aura enters, enchanted creature gains first strike. Oh, that's good. And enchanted creature gets +2/+0. Champion of Dusan. Or Dusan? Dusan? It's a 4/2 with trample, and you can exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on a trample counter on a target creature. Swift Water Cliffs. Salt Road Pack Beast. So 6 mana, 4/3. When this creature enters, draw a card. And this spell costs 1 less for each creature you control. Oh, that's cool. So yeah. You don't have to pay that much to cast that. Got a bird and a monk. Lotus Light Dancers. Lifelink. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard. A blade. Dragonfire Blade, a 1-mana equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has hexproof from monocolored. Equip cost is 4. It costs 1 less to activate for each color of creature it targets. The blade is sick. Sage of the Skies. 3 mana, 2/3. Whenever you cast a spell, if you cast another spell, copy that spell. Okay, so we've seen this card, just not in this art. Is flying and lifelink. What's that? Taval the Balance Scale. Flying. Whenever Taval attacks, mill 3 cards. You may return a land from graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, make a 2/2 zombie druid. Awaken the Honored Dead. Destroy target non-land permanent. Okay. Mill 3 cards. All right, let's see what the third ability is. You may discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land from graveyard to your hand. Nice. Ooh. Kara the Guardian. Kara Guardian. Teamer Dragon. Flying Vigilance Trample 6/5. This creature has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Tap up to 1 target creature. Draw a card. Flying Word 2. Dragon Claw Strike. Double the power and toughness of target creature you control until the end of turn. Then it fights a target creature opponent controls. Dalkoven Pack Beast. 3 mana Ox. It's a 0/4. Vigilance. Mobilize 3. So whenever this creature attacks you, create 3 tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior tokens. Sacrifice them at the beginning. That's great. I like that. 6 mana. 5/5 demon with menace. Whenever this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until the end of turn, and target creature you control gets +2/+2. Boulderborn Dragon. This is that artifact dragon that I like. It's a 5 mana 3/3 flying vigilance, and whenever this creature attacks you, surveil 1. Meticulous Artisan, a 4 mana prowess. When this creature enters, you make a treasure token. Cruel Truce is a 4 mana surveil, then draw 2 cards. You lose 2 life. And Teamer Devotee. So it is a 3/3 defender for 2, but you get to filter for your Teamer lands. All right. Spirit token. Nature's Rhythm. Ooh. Search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Nice. Inevitable Defeat. If we already read some of these, I'm just gonna go past them. Wow, this artwork is awesome. Revival of the Ancestors. So create 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens. Distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. And then creatures you control gain trample and lifelink until the end of turn. That is a really powerful saga. Holy moly. That saga is so good. Welcome the Dead. 4 mana, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And you lose 2 life. Create X tapped 2/2 zombie druid creature tokens where X is the number of cards that were put into the graveyard from your hand or library this turn. And it does have flashback. I think that's the first time I'm seeing flashback. Magmatic Hellkite. We grabbed one of those earlier. This is just a different art. This one's by Tyler. Cool. Ugh, I like this mountain. Whoa, Sonic Shrieker. Mardu Dragon. When this creature enters, it deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. If a player is dealt damage this way, they discard a card. Whoa, Feral Deathgorger. 6 mana. Well, 2 mana sorcery, put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature, then you draw a card. But for 6 mana, it's a 3/5 flying Death Touch. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard. Skirmish Rhino. When this creature enters, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. 3/4 with trample. Quarry Mountain. I think we saw this, but whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Rally the Monastery. It's a 4 mana instant, but it costs 2 less if you cast another spell this turn. You make either 2/1/1 monks with prowess. Okay, that's good. Or up to 2 target creatures you control each get +2/+2, or destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Piercing Exhale. As an additional cost to cast this instant, you may behold a dragon. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. If a dragon was beheld, you surveil 2. That's good for 2 mana. Jungle Hollow and Rebellious Strike. I like this art a lot. Oh, I like this artist. She's awesome. 2 mana. Target creature gets +3 and draw a card. Abzan Devotee. So it gets you filters your Abzan colors, and you can return this card from graveyard to your hand for 3 mana. Ooh. Zombie Druid token. That's pretty. What the heck? Oh my god. Oh, what is that? Well, I got a Japanese card. That's really cool. I don't know. You know what? My phone can translate. Okay, I don't think this translation's working very well, but it says something about artifact creatures and planes. All activated abilities can't be activated. Like planeswalkers. Oh, artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers. All activated abilities can't be activated. Something like that? Something like that? I don't know. That's awesome. Dragonback Assault. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Landfall. I haven't seen landfall. Landfall's one of my favorite mechanics. Whenever a land you control enters, make a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Love that. And a Mardu Siege Breaker. Death Touch and Haste. 4/4 for 4. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control until this leaves the battlefield. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled card. Attacking that opponent, you sacrifice them, but like, that's cool. Oh, wow. I love that. That's not even legendary. Dang. Cute. It's a cute card. Transcendent Dragon is a 6 mana 4/3 flash flying. Whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it in its owner's graveyard. Then you can cast it without paying its mana cost. Okay, didn't expect that. Oh my god, I was not expecting it to say that. Belotharth, Dawn of Abzan. Trample. Whenever this enters or attacks, you may sacrifice a non-land permanent. When you do, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Well, that is a legendary creature. That is a pretty cool commander. 3 mana, 3/3 with trample. And like, yeah, putting 1/1 counters on all your creatures, that's really good. Whirlwing Stormbrood. Put 3 1/1 counters on target creature you control. And then, okay, so I haven't seen this art of this card, but I think we pulled another one of these. But this is really good. Flash flying, and you may cast sorcery spells and dragon spells as though they had flash. That's crazy. Roiling Dragonstorm. When this enchantment enters, draw 2 cards and discard a card. And when a dragon you control enters, return this to its owner's hand. Mammoth Bellow is a sorcery. Create a 5/5 green elephant with Harmonize. Dragon Sniper, Vigilance, Reach, Death Touch 1/1. Unrooted Ancestor. So it's a 3 mana 3/2. Flash, sacrifice another creature. This creature gains indestructible and tap it. Jadecast, Ape, Snake, Reach. For 2, put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Storm Shriek, Feral is a 2 mana sorcery. Discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. The other side of this is a 5 mana 3/3 with flying and haste. And you can pump it up. You can pay 2 as much as you want to give this +1/+1. I mean, sorry, +1/+0. Tranquil Cove. Dispelling Exhale. So as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may behold a dragon. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. But if a dragon was beheld, they have to pay 4. All right. Bird and Monk token. Meringue, the River Regent. Wow. So for 4... Coiling Catch, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Holy moly, draw 3 cards. For 6/7 flying, whenever this creature enters, return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their own hand. That card is so good. What the heck? A 2 mana 2/2, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Oh yeah, we've saw that one earlier. The Suspend. Ooh. Yathan? 4 mana 3/3. Whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card with mana 3 or less from graveyard to the battlefields. Transforming Flourish, a 3 mana instant. Destroy target artifact or creature you don't control. If that permanent is destroyed this way, its controller exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card, and they can cast that card without paying its mana cost? What? Dalkoven Encampment. This land enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain. You can tap it to add white. And whenever you attack this turn, create 2 1/1 red warrior creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, and sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh, a Swamp Eye. That is so cool. A Deathgorger. Twin Maw. Don't think we saw this one. So 2 mana. It deals 5 damage to target creature without flying. And then the creature side is flying. This creature enters, you gain 5 life. 6 mana for a 5/4. Armament Dragon. Flying. Whenever this creature enters, distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. Flying. Word 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Sunset Strike Master. 2 mana 3/1. Add red, or you can sacrifice this creature. It deals 6 damage to target creature with flying. For 3. Dragonstorm Globe. 3 mana. Each dragon you control enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Add 1 mana of any color. Snakeskin Veil. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof. Unburied Earthcarver. 2 mana, I swear, the commons are so good. Sacrifice another creature and put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Thornwood Falls. All right. Did not get my serialized card yet, but I'm manifesting it. Please, please, please. I want a serialized card. Okay. We got a great Russian city. This land enters tapped unless you control a forest or a plains. Tap to add black. You can pay 2, exile a creature card from your graveyard, and make a 1/1 spirit creature token. Also, ooh, Quarry Mountain Monastery. Okay, so this is the one that enters tapped unless you have a plain or an island. Tap it to add red, and you can exile the top card of your library and until the end of your next turn, play that card. Windcrag Siege. So this is a 3 mana enchantment. You choose Mardu or Jeskai. Mardu, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Ishin, let's go. Love that commander. Jeskai, at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin. It gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. That's cool. Aligned Heart is a 3 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a rally counter on this enchantment. Then make a 1/1 monk with prowess for each rally counter. That's cool too. Warden of the Grove, at the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Huh. That's also good. So many good cards. All right, we have the Durgar Island Dragon, the Riling Dawnbreaker, Rainveil Rejuvenator. When this creature enters, you may mill 3 cards. Add an amount of green equal to this creature's power. Wingblade Disciple. Flying Fury, 2/2. Whenever you cast your second spell, make a flying 1/1 bird. Channeled Dragonfire. I love making tokens, so that excites me. Channeled Dragonfire deals 2 damage to any target, and it has Harmonize. Seize Opportunity. Instant for 3. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Unending Whisper. I love this art. Draw a card and Harmonize. 1 mana. And Deathgorger, which we saw in Evolving Wilds. All right, we got 2 packs left, and I need a serialized card, please. Please. All right, we got a Strong Crafter Mage. Flying 3/2. Whenever this creature enters target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana cost. I feel like Temur is really good. I feel like, I don't know. They're all good in their own ways, but I'm always really drawn to Temur and Mardu. So happy to see that. This land oh, this is a Mistrise Village. I haven't seen this one. This land enters tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. You add blue, tap it. The next spell you cast this turn can be countered. Okay, love that. Sirach, Elusive Hunter, a 3 mana. The spell can't be countered. It's a trample for 3 for 3. Holy moly. Whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Arbor Adherent. Wow, look at that dog. Look at that dog with your cape on. So cute. It's a 4 mana 2/4. Add 1 mana of any color. Add X mana of any one color where X is the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Wow. That's really good. Wingcrag Siege. We did just see this. The Mardu and Jeskai enchantment. Whoa. I love Justine Jones. Flying Haste. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain a life and draw a card. Oh my god, she just kills it. She just, oh my god. She just kills this art. Search your library for a basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand. We did see this one already. Runescale Stormbrood. Counter target spell with mana 2 or less. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell or a dragon spell, this creature gets +2 until the end of turn. Kishla Trawlers. 3 mana. 3/2. Whenever this creature enters, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. When you do, return target instant or sorcery from graveyard to your hand. From your graveyard. Alchemist Assistant, which is a monkey. I love that. Lifelink 2/1 with Renew. Starcon's Resolve. 2 mana instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 or destroy target creature with flying. Devoted Duelist. A haste 2/1 for 2. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. A Dragonback Lancer. 4 mana, 3/3 with flying and mobilize 1. Aggressive Negotiations, which is a 3 mana sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land. Exile that card, put a 1/1 counter on 1 target creature you control. My last pack. We have, I don't want to spoil it, a dragon token and a warrior token. Ooh, that art is so cool. Dracogenesis. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. Death Begets Life. Destroy all creatures and enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. Oh my god, we got a turtle. We got a turtle. Wow, 5 mana, 5/9 with Ward 2. Whenever this creature attacks, put 3 stun counters on it and draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap it. So cute. Voracious Bibliophile. So we have a 4 mana, 3/3 Flying Vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell with 1 or more targets, draw that many cards. All Out Assault. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. When this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. That is powerful. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, this art. Oh my god, I need it as a playmat. Discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. Flying Haste, and then you can pump this creature up. Sonic Shrieker. Marshal of the Lost. Death Touch. Whenever you attack, target creature gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Host of the Hereafter. Wow, this art is so pretty. This creature enters with 2 1/1 counters on it. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on up to 1 target creature you control. Spectral Denial. Spell costs 1 less for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X. We have a Nesgar Defender. Can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender. Wingspan Stride. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying, and you can also bounce this back to your hand, which is really nice to get like enchantment triggers off of. Lots of cards. Lots of cards. Poise Practitioner. So we have a 3 mana, 2/3 with Flurry. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature and scry 1. And a Scoured Barrens. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.